Hello, my name is Dr. Yasmood, and over the last 8 years, I've been studying doomsday preppers. I've learned a lot, so I decided to create a kit that would make prepping easier for doomsday preppers. So, there are 6 items in my kit, and I've learned that a lot of preppers stockpile food and water and all different kinds of weapons and things, but if the world does end and you have to leave, you can't exactly bring your whole basement full of stuff with you. So, my kit is full of items that will help supplies last. The first item in my kit is a water filter. Water is really important in your daily life. And you can't bring a lot of water because each gallon of water weighs 8 pounds. And you're going to need about 5 gallons of water for each person in your family every day. You need 1 gallon for drinking, and the other 4 gallons are for bathing, personal hygiene, and washing dishes. So you need a source of water, and a lot of people build their bunkers near water sources, which is good, but they can be filled with dangerous pathogens. So, with this little tool, you can filter out the water and drink the water from any little lake or pond, and that will definitely come in handy. So, my second item in the kit are some seeds. These seeds will be important because a lot of people also do stockpile food, but as I said before, just like water, you can't bring a lot of food with you. So you need something that will make your food last. Seeds will help your food last because when you can plant seeds, obviously, and then you can pick the crops and eat them for dinner. It's important to build a bunker where there's at least one season where you can plant seeds. Because if you can't plant seeds, then you're going to run out of food really quickly. Obviously, seeds at one point will run out, so another item in my kit is a brochure filled with information about hydroponics. A lot of people don't know what hydroponics are, but they definitely will come in handy for doomsday preppers. Hydroponics is the procedure in growing plants, food, weeds, anything, all plants, in a substance other than soil. So you can use gravel or sand, and most people use water. This is very important for doomsday preppers because even though a lot of people do pick a place for their bunker where it's warm and you can plant seeds, you can't always plant seeds. Like what if there's a bad spring or fall and you can't plant seeds and grow them? You're gonna need another way to have dinner on your plate every night. So hydroponics will definitely come in handy because you don't need soil, you don't need rich, good soil, and basically all you need is some other substance, sand, gravel, or water, or anything. Okay, so also included in my kit is a hunting weapon. It is a bow and arrow. I chose the bow and arrow because a lot of people make bow and arrows out of wood, and that way they're very easy to fix if they break. Now, don't worry, this bow and arrow won't break, it's plastic. So, but if you sharpen up the edges or if an arrow breaks or anything, it's very easy to repair. You can just carve a new one out of wood. You could even carve a whole bow out of wood. And also, I chose it because guns are scary. Okay, so anyway, people do need a hunting weapon because even though you definitely need food, vegetables, and fruit, you definitely need protein. Protein is very important because if you're out and it's after doomsday and you're going around cutting your own wood and picking your own food and doing all this work, you're gonna need protein. You're gonna need a lot of protein because you're gonna want to have as many calories in you as possible because you are gonna be doing all this work, and you go from like 2,500 calories to 5,000 calories. You really need energy and protein to be able to go out every day and survive. Also, bow and arrow is very, very helpful. It will not break, it will not bend, it might snap, but it's very easy to repair. That is why I chose the bow and arrow, because it can be very helpful. And it's also very important because naturally, everyone loves to eat. We just like to eat, and you need to eat. An average male eats 2,500 calories a day, and that's just going to work and doing everyday things. What about when you're actually doing things so that you can survive? Okay. Next item in my kit is I have many real regular tools. I have a drill, a screwdriver, a hammer, a measuring tape, and some nails. Obviously, these tools will come in handy for obvious reasons, but I feel the most important thing they'll come in handy for is building a bunker. The most commonly made mistake by far by preppers is that they spend way too much money on bunkers. There are people who literally put millions of dollars into bunkers, and that's kind of ridiculous because the smarter design is to build layers around your bunker so that if a thief were to come or if some danger were to come, it couldn't actually reach where you were living. But I mean, you're putting millions of dollars into something that could just as easily be made and work just as efficiently with, not that much money. Okay. So, next, this is the final item in my kit. I have a piece of flint. This is not real flint, but it will be a piece of flint about this big. Flint will be very important because flint is a rock that can help start a fire. You will need fire if you're surviving after doomsday, in conditions that you're not used to. I mean, we're used to living in a house and then you just go and turn on the sink and water comes out. Now you have to go to a pond and filter that water. And we're used to turning on the fireplace and we get warmth. Now you have to fill the fire with flint. Fire will be very important, okay? It provides warmth and light and all different kinds of things. Even though the people who put millions of dollars into their bunkers, they get fireplaces, they get sofas, they get TVs. Not all people can afford that, and not all doomsday preppers think that that is the smartest way to go. So if you just have the smarter design and you build layers, then you will need fire, and this little rock will come in very, very handy. Okay, and these are these will be very valuable tools after doomsday. A lot of people say that these won't be around anymore and you won't be able to find them. So they will be very valuable to other preppers or people around you, and they will want them. So, surrounding all these very important materials is an indestructible box. Now, this may look just like a regular box that you store clothes that are too small in or stuff like that, but it's not. I, being an inventor, have created this box to look like a regular box but it is indestructible and it will not break. No matter how many times it jostles around or falls on the ground or gets smashed on the ground, it will not break. Now the reason I have made it looking so old and worn out is so that when preppers come to your house, just like other people, they are looking at this with their eyes and they're saying, oh, it's just a shabby old box, there can't be anything too important in it. So they're not going to take it, and you're going to be left with all these really important supplies that could save your life. So, this is my doomsday kit, and please go online, they're for sale now.